Hey everybody, today I am bringing my ultimate favorite book for like Growth 101. Okay, so basically this is the book that anytime anybody messages me and they're like, okay, I totally want to get into this whole like self-help reading some books thing. Where do I start? And I'm like literally you've read nothing. And they're like, no. Or maybe even if you've read a couple or listened to a couple Audible books or something, this is my number one go-to book. And it is in my top three all-time favorite books, which you've seen my book collection. You know there's a lot of books, so that's quite the judge. And it is called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all about John Maxwell books. I'm kind of a critic when it comes to his books because I feel like a lot of them are the same. He just kind of takes the same concepts and he spins them, maybe gives them a different title, puts it, they get their own book, whatever. But I feel like this is really a synopsis of a lot of the books that he has. And obviously, you guys know, like I'm a huge tabber, I'm a huge note taker, and a huge highlighter. And this is just one of those books that you look through, and it is like highlighted and tabbed like crazy. And that's because it is truly the foundation of growth. Just a couple examples in it. It talks, and everything is the law of whatever, right? So it's law of intentionality, law of awareness, law of consistency, law of environment. And just to pick out a couple really quickly to give you guys an idea of like the flavor of the book, the law of intentionality. In here he talks about being intentional about growth, which if you're looking for a 101 book to growth, here we go. He says, to reach your potential, you must grow. And to grow, you must be highly intentional about it. And I feel like this book really outlines kind of just the starting points for you to really start cultivating your character and the things that you need to work on for simple, basic day-to-day growth. Like he compares accidental growth with intentional growth. So accidental growth, they plan to start tomorrow. Intentional growth, they insist on starting today. Accidental growth people, they learn only from mistakes. Intentional growth people often learn before their mistakes. They're intentionally growing, they're thinking about the future, very futuristic, forward thinking, and they're seeing those things coming. So thinking about them before mistakes. Every time I pull this book out, because I pulled out a lot, I love training from it. I love referring people to it. I love referring to the book. And my most favorite thing in here is chapter 6, and it's called The Law of Environment. And I first read this book. I always date my books. And I first read this book back in 2012, right when it was released. And that was right before I made the very bold, brave, out of nowhere move from very rural Iowa to Dallas, Texas. I live right north of Dallas, Texas, so in the very cityness of North Dallas. And so at the top of this, it's called The Law of Environment. And I wrote, what choices do I need to make so I am in a conducive environment to grow? What choices do I need to make so I'm in a conducive environment to grow? And he talks about if you're always at the head of the class, you're in the wrong class. You've heard that before. You never want to be the smartest person in the room. And so I know for a fact, I read this chapter right before I went on a journey down here to Dallas, not with any intention to move at all, but I came here and I really felt like this book opened up my heart and my spirit and my mind to prepare me to see the changes that I needed to make to really bring me to that next level with where I was at in my life at that point with, not just with my business, but with relationships, with my future marriage. We were already dating at that point, and just the things that were going to be best for us. What environment was going to be best for us to grow as a couple, for me to grow into who I needed to be for my business. And so I just really highly recommend this book to you. Very simple, like I said, just an intro to growth. So happy reading. Enjoy this one. And again, it is The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell.